Hey guys, Marsinger here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video, and so today we're going to be taking a look at the EZA for the AGL, LR, Gohan, and Krillin, EZAing alongside the Namek Exchange Vegeta and Goku. These two were the Part 2 LRs from the Namek Saga Worldwide celebration with the Namek, Goku, and Full Power Frieza. Very interested to see how these guys are going to do, because from reading their kit, they definitely seem like they could be a fun unit. I haven't touched their build or anything yet, because I do like to at least do these initial videos where I get to try out the unit once they've actually EZA'd and then see how I feel about their build going forward. So I had built them before with mostly additional and then a little bit of crit with some extra coming from the skill orb, but I never gave them a gold skill orb apparently. I guess because by the time like we were getting into all the skill orbs and all that kind of stuff, they were already a unit that I wasn't really using. I think I pulled them when they first came out and didn't really use them much, even after their initial release, even before they would probably have been considered outdated. But let's see what they do. So their 12 key super raises attack and defense and causes colossal damage to the enemy, so that is an infinite stack. The 18 key is greatly raise attack and defense and does mega colossal damage. So they infinitely stack on both of their supers, and the 18 key is a greatly raise, so that's really good. And then attack and defense 170, medium chance to dodge, additional 1 key per key sphere obtained, and then an additional key if it's a rainbow key sphere. So they get 3 key from rainbows, 3 key from AGLs, and then 2 key from everything else. Additional attack and defense 50% and chance to dodge 20% when performing a super attack. So post super they have 50% chance to dodge. Additional attack 50% and launches an additional attack that has a high chance to become a super when key is 18 or more. Gets an additional attack, additional super attack guaranteed, plus an additional dodge chance of 20 when key is 24. So if you get to 24 key and then post super, they have 70% chance to dodge. They get an additional attack that has a high chance to become a super and a guaranteed additional attack. And then they change into the battle suits, starting from the 3rd turn from the start of battle. That's their active skill, sorry, release your power. Activated from the 3rd turn from the start of battle, just gives them guaranteed 24 key. And then the exchange into the armor is upon entering the next attacking turn after performing 4 or more super attacks. And the interesting thing is, if you get the right like RNG, they actually can super attack 4 times in 1 turn. So I think we will, if I do this, I have to float the Gohan off on the other turn, which I don't really want to do. So man, they key on the 1st turn though. In fight a fierce battle, and we have shocking speed active, but bit of a yikes. Can I really even get any key for them here? This is kind of brutal. So let's do that. Oof, yeah, these did not drop down in a way that would have been beneficial. I mean, this is them on the Kamehameha team. They have 2 200% teams. The Kamehameha team and then the new Namek Vegeta. But unfortunately, one of their biggest problems is their links and their link partners. Their best link partners are not, there's not like a great selection of units for their best link partners, I will say. I think they only have 1 unit that they share 6 links with. They share 4 links with a couple of decent characters like UI Goku, this Beast Gohan, or Beastless Gohan if you want to call him that still. So like on the Kamehameha team is probably where they have their most like link partners. So 1st turn, obviously not a crazy impressive performance. We only get the 1 super because we're only able to get 12 key. It is an infinite stack, so at least we have gained something. And then of course going into the next turn will then be turn 3, we'll be able to use their active skill. And the great thing about this unit is ever since their release it's been the case, right? And obviously designed that way, right? On turn 3 we can use their active skill, get guaranteed 24 key, get those extra attacks and everything. Then they'll exchange into the battle armor, and then once they've exchanged into the battle armor they can use the active skill again. So that is really, really useful, especially after that 1st turn where we really didn't get to do anything with them. And so now in this 2nd turn we can use their active skill and get the guaranteed 24 key, which fills out their passive and gives them all of the buffs. Obviously pre-super they're going to have 50% chance to dodge, post-super it'll be 70%, and then yeah, a bunch of extra attacks, hopefully of which converting into supers, with each of their supers stacking. So they have the potential to be really, really good, but definitely not the best first turn and not the greatest like field of orbs, because they get a ton of extra key from rainbows and AGLs, but we just couldn't get like any of those, right? So oh god, yeah, we got another, like, this turn for key is just terrible. They only share fierce battle with you. They only share fierce battle with you as well, and legendary power. Oof. Alright, well, let's go ahead and use the active skill here.
Okay, go on. Right. All right. Here goes nothing. Release your power.
Alright, so we get the full 24 key. Start of turn defense 246 after the first turn. We got Kamehameha active here as well. I mean, I guess we'll just do this then. Don't need to worry about them for key. And then we'll just do this. Yeah, I mean, this is the big problem with them straight away, is it's not their links being a bit weird is not just bad for them, because obviously on this turn we can use their active skill and then they don't need to worry about key, but it's kind of everybody else around them. I'm not sure if I like the category itself is really good, but I don't know how I feel about the like Kamehameha 200% team. So 10.9 for the 18 key. Not crazy high, but then I suppose you've got to remember that they are a stacking unit, so these numbers will get higher and higher. The first additional from their passive, unfortunately, only a normal. Then we get the additional super for the 24 key, and then we get the hidden potential additional, but it is only a normal as well. I mean, that's the problem. There's going to be a huge difference in this unit if, like, you know, turn 1 you get the 3 or 4 supers, and then turn 2 you get 3 or 4 supers, and then you're already going to be looking at some pretty significant numbers, whereas obviously here we are not getting particularly lucky with the key and with the additionals and all that kind of stuff, right? So this unit definitely has the potential to be more impressive in certain situations. I think it's 4 super attacks, or is it 4 attacks? Because we if it's super attacks only, we won't get the exchange into the armor in the next turn, which means you also want to make sure that they actually get a chance to attack, which I'm not sure if they will necessarily. I guess it depends whether we do actually finish them off this turn or not, which I don't think we will, because yeah, Ulma Gohan not getting any additionals. We didn't give him a lot of key, but I guess it depends. This is the friend one that is rainbow, but yeah, even with the additional, it's not going to be enough here to finish off this Gohan. He is stunned though still, so at least we don't have to worry about these guys, because they can definitely attack. I'll keep them linked up with UI Goku. They get a couple of links active with him. At least we get some extra key, but look at that. Look how bad the orbs have been. It's absolutely disastrous. But yeah, 4 links, Kamehameha, Shocking Speed, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. Now they're at 410k start of turn. That's not bad considering a couple of supers. Like if we got better RNG, they could get all of those on turn 1, and we'd be going into turn 2 with these kind of stats. Hidden potential, we just got a normal. That's where we're really kind of being let down here, is by the RNG for additionals only being normal attacks, because every extra super is just so valuable for these guys as a stacking unit. But at least now they've got the 4 supers, so we will get the exchange now. I think it's probably time to get one of these guys into their standby, just so we can use them as a slot 1 tank here. I should have turned the animations off, but I wanted to make sure we get the costume change one for Krillin and Gohan. I'm not sure if that's one of the ones that can be skipped anyway, because it's not an active skill, but either way. Not a lot of orbs for Gohan. Gohan obviously needs orbs for his defense. God, orbs have just been an absolute nightmare for this entire run. You don't have guard anymore either, do you? I'm just going to have to do this just in case Ultimate Gohan gets me killed at the end of the turn. Not ideal, but... Right, so these guys have gotten a few stacks off. They have their own damage reduction as well anyway, so with the item in play, you shouldn't have to worry too much about these guys taking damage even from a super here. Because yeah, it's crazy to think that like we've had multiple appearances with these guys. It's going to be what, their 4th appearance here that we're now getting the costume change. Whereas, like I say, if you get the best RNG, you can actually get 4 super attacks on the first turn. And then they would be changing over on their 2nd appearance, which I don't think there's any negative like to that. They just get better, right, when they costume change.
Crazy.
So...
Super lightweight. It feels like I'm not wearing anything at all.
And these shoulder pads don't really get in the way. We have all sorts of room to move.
Okay, so once they get their costume change, they do get a nice little buff to most of their stats. We also get the ability to use the active skill straight away, and they get a ton of extra ki now. So if we take a look at their post exchange, greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn, do colossal damage. And then the 18 ki is massively raise attack and greatly raise defense for 1 turn, mega colossal damage. So I suppose that is actually a downside for them transforming early, because once they've exchanged their, like, changed into the battle armor, they don't stack anymore. So that's certainly interesting, because what are we at start of turn now? 500k. Because we get attack and defense 200%, high chance to dodge, additional 2 ki per ki sphere obtained, and another extra ki if it's a rainbow ki sphere. Additional attack and defense 58% and chance to dodge 20% when performing a super. Additional 77% attack and launch an additional attack that has a great chance to become a super with 18 ki or more. And then a guaranteed additional super and 30% crit chance when ki is 24. So the problem is I need to get a super for you. I mean, I guess I don't have to, but... Because how much ki would we get? If we do this, how much ki do they actually get from this? So 3 rainbows and 2 AGLs. So yeah, that puts them straight up to 24 ki. So that is obviously very good. Let's grab those for you. Alright, let's see how we get on here then. UI Goku with the dodge, that's what we like to see. Enables him to actually be able to super here. I mean, it's an interesting combo, these two. They share 4 links, so obviously not UI Goku's best link partner, but funnily enough is one of their better link partners, because they have so few units that they actually share a lot of links with. But additional means we get the guaranteed crits. Should have really targeted Goku with some of these guys, but let's see, what are we getting here now? 18.1. Bear in mind, we can't get any more stacks now, right? So 18.1. Then we get the first part of the passive additional is a super, basically 12 mil. Okay. So that puts us up to about 30 for the turn here. Then we get a guaranteed additional super at 12.5. So we're looking at like 42.5 now. Don't get the hidden potential, but there's the dodge, because after supering they have a 70% chance to dodge. Dodge both the supers. So, I mean, they're definitely putting out some solid numbers. I think RNG is going to play a huge part in how good this unit is, right? Because you want to get additional supers because you want to get the stacks. But once they've got 4 supers, then they're going to exchange. Or transform, costume change, whatever you want to call it. So, you almost want them to... In order to get the most stacks possible, you're going to want them to get, like, 3 supers in the first turn, and then when they come into the next turn, then use the active skill, give them the full 24 ki, and then hope that they do get the 4 supers in that turn, and then that'll be the max before they can transform, right? Because you'll have super attacked with them 7 times. If they super attack 4 times in the first turn, then they just transform straight away. If you super attack 3 times in the first turn, you're either going to get 3 or 4 in the next turn with the active skill being used. But yeah, it's interesting because you could definitely have runs where they look really, really good. And then it's going to depend, because getting the additional supers with them isn't necessarily good in certain situations, right? So like in this situation for this run, very difficult for them to get ki in the first turn, so we only got one super attack, then we got a couple on the next turn, and then we were in a position, what, their third appearance, they were able to get a final super attack in on the enemy before the end of the phase. So they had literally only super attacked the bare minimum 4 times, and that took us like 3 appearances with them, which is really bad. And then other times you're going to get like turn 1, you get that God RNG, you actually manage to get 24 ki, get that God RNG, they super 4 times, and they transform on turn 2. The thing is, with them transforming early, although they do stop stacking, it's going to be interesting to see what their average is for supers, right? Because they can only super 4 times before they transform anyway. But that's the beauty of you not getting the 4 supers in one turn, because then you can get extra ones on their second appearance. Like I said, if you get 3 in the first turn, obviously in the next turn on their next appearance they're going to get at least 1 anyway, but any extra ones they get after that, that's all bonus stacking before they then transform, right? So of course they survived with a tiny sliver of health here. Okay, we do get to attack again at least with these guys. So here we've got 4 STR orbs and 2 rainbows, and yeah, that's enough to put them up to 24 ki. So that's the thing, they do get a lot of ki from these orbs, especially rainbows, but you just have to have them there, right? So having a rainbow orb changer on the team would definitely be helpful, because 18.1 followed by a bunch of additionals at like 12 mil is definitely not bad, but it's we definitely struggled a little bit at the beginning. Their links, I think, are definitely a huge issue, so running them with support units is probably going to be an absolute must. But yeah, I mean, I think we basically get to see what we need to see from these guys here. They're obviously not going to stack up their attack or anything any higher. So let me know what you guys think of them. I think in terms of build, you probably do want a bit of additional, because getting the ki in the first turn could be a little bit difficult. And then I guess dodge, because they do have some built-in crit. But yeah, these guys are a unit that RNG is very much going to affect how good they are in the run. So let me know what you guys think of Krillin and Gohan down below in the comment section. So that's going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ninja, and smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.